Waiting for retail sales, a huge range of estimate coming into this print. Going into it is Michael McKee.
All right, John, we are just getting the numbers now for the export and import prices. We'll give you those while we're waiting for the retail sales numbers to drop. Import prices for the month up 1.3%. Last month, 1.4%, so a bit of improvement there. Ex-petroleum only up 0.5%. So no inflation at this point really coming in from overseas. We are looking at some additionally expensive gasoline, but other than that, it isn't a major issue. Okay, here's the retail sales numbers. They are out and they're down by 3%, which is a lot worse than anticipated. The forecast was for a negative 0.5%. Remember, 5.3% last month, although I'm waiting for the revisions to pop up. Everybody's clicking on this at the same time, and the new way they do this down in Washington makes it difficult for everybody. Take out autos and gas, and we were down 3.3%. The control group down 3.5%. This is the one the economists watch. We say this every month because it translates mostly into what goes into GDP. It was expected down 0.6, and it's down 3.5% on the month. The retail sales overall number ex autos down 2.7%. And if I move down to table 2 here quickly, let's see what the this is the one that tells us individual groups. Looks like we're down pretty much across the board. Department stores were up 23% last month. That's been revised down. And it is now down 8.4% for this month. Okay, retail sales, we have the revisions. Retail sales for January were up 7.6%. Wow. The original was 5.3, so we gain about 2.3 percentage points. So if you want to look at it as a 2-month average, you're looking at retail sales that were down only about what was forecast on the month, a 0.7 decline as opposed to a 5
Mike McKee,
decline.
don't move. John, give us a market feel here before we get to Michael McKee and then our informed
I think
bond
it's
guest.
really, really hard to know what to do with this, Tom. 159.86 on a 10-year. Yields come in just a little bit in the equity market. The bid stays in a little bit on the S&P, on the NASDAQ a little bit more, so up 60 still at 0.4%. I think, first of all, before we have the discussion, huge shout-out to Jim O'Sullivan at TD, who was looking for negative 3.5% on the retail sales control group and got it. And a nod to Michelle Meyer of Bank of America Securities as well, who was looking for negative 3%. The reason I say the market doesn't know what to do with this, Tom, is because this is what? February. Show me April. Show me May. Show me what the numbers look like once the checks hit the bank account.
I'm going to go to Michael McKee here on February 16th, Michael McKee, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 13 degrees below zero. Did that weather fold into this? I mean, can guys like you put together a 3-month moving average based off what was clearly disturbing cold?
Yeah, I mean, there's 2 factors that went into these numbers here. One is the cold and the snow and the fact that much of the country shut down for several days, if not a week. Texas was down for a long time. And one of the best performances in the numbers here is food and beverage stores were flat on the month. Grocery stores up 0.1. So people stocked up a little bit, but everything else is down. The other factor that comes into this is everybody got their stimmy checks in January, the $600, and they went out and spent. We got this huge retail sales number for January, 7.6% on a revised basis. And then we didn't get anything in February, and that money was spent. So John's right. We're getting, I mean, the checks went out. The direct deposits went out this last weekend on the $1,400. So let's see what happens in March.
Okay, well, we got a Fed meeting coming up. Michael McKee with his wonderful leadership there, and, of course, in the press conference